What is going on YouTube? It is Old Psycho. I'm back with another video. Today we're doing something a little new and reacting to a video. Today's topic is about self-hating black nerds, and this is something that's very personal to me and in my childhood and my upbringing and my experiences on the internet. And I thought it would be a good thing to react to this video and discuss my thoughts on the topic, and to start a discussion within the comment section and see what you guys think about it. So I'm gonna play this through, and let's see how this plays out.
Not all of us, because a lot of us have, especially I think in black nerd circles, there's a lot of anti-blackness.
There's a lot of
anti-blackness.
Yeah. So
for sure.
Yeah, let's get into that, because that's the thing that probably broke my heart the most when I started seeing it, even among my youth. They want to separate blackness from their actual identity in a lot of ways, you know.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. It's definitely I'm not going to speak for many other people, but I will speak for myself. That is definitely true for me. I definitely want to separate blackness from my identity, because I saw blackness as the same thing as ghetto. I saw both of them the same thing, and people at my school were like super into hip-hop, rap, and stuff like that, and these are the same kids that bullied me. So in my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to be into the same things as they are, because whenever I try to fit in, it didn't really work. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, fuck these guys, fuck rap, fuck anything that has to really do with black culture and the like, things like that. But things like that from childhood can fester into something very very negative and very dangerous, to where you start hating your own people. You start hating black culture and things of the like, and when other people do the same thing, you just kind of turn a blind eye to it. You don't really notice, because you feel the same way. When it comes to, I feel like when it comes to black people, there's a lot of self-hatred that goes on, whether you're a nerd or not. A lot of those stereotypes are still enforced by black folks. As far as the nerd community goes, I've been around black people within the nerd community, because I myself am black, and I've definitely been around black folks that will say like, oh, I don't really fuck with in regard, let's use dating for example, right? They'll say like, oh, I want a white girl that plays video games just like me. I want an Asian girl that plays video games and watch anime just like me, because in their head they don't think that black girls are into the same thing. They don't want to pretty much be put in that box of the same people that they feel like they can't fit in with. They don't feel like they can fit in with black folks, so they say, well, fuck that, I'm gonna just be with these other group of people. And it turns into a form of hatred, for sure.
It's like, you're like, okay, well, I'm one of the good ones, you know, I'm the black guy,
yeah, right,
that agrees with you know.
It's funny, yeah, it's funny he says that. That's what a lot of black nerds feel. I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the good ones. Like they pretty much put black people in that same box that I was talking to you guys about, in that same ghetto box, where they're like, oh, these niggas only care about hood shit, you know. But I don't care about that. I'm one of the good ones. I feel like that's the thing that came up in rap of recent years. Like, we have more rappers coming in saying that like they'll pretty much rap about how they don't rap about the common things that gangster rappers rap about, and they think they're cool for it. You know, people pretty much thinking that they're cool for not for being different, I guess, being one of the good ones, you know.
You're the black friend that they go, oh, well, he's black and he's fine with it.
Yeah,
it's like, I hate that shit. I hate it when I always see that, because I always see that like it was when I was talking about the cosplay racism shit. You know, it's like, well, I'm black and I don't give a fuck. It's like, cool,
what to do, nigga?
Right.
That's sad, but cool. Like,
yeah, like
it's okay if you don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, because like some people would say the N word, and like some black dude will come in and be like, "Oh, I'm fine with it." All right.
About your own people or just you as a person being invalidated and disrespected, but that's not me. Me personally, you know, I wouldn't.
Yeah, and here's the thing: if Peter Black comes back and he starts spouting out the N word again, whenever Pokimane comes and says nigga, like I'm pretty sure she says nigga on a daily basis. You know, she probably say it more than me. And the thing is, some people would feel okay with her saying it because, you know, it's not the hard R or anything like that. But other black folks might not feel the same.
When you're forced to be immersed apart from any type of black consciousness, whether it's just because you're the only black kid in your community, or maybe the only black kid in your anime club, or the only black kid, black dude on the message board, you know what I'm saying, or at the con or whatever. The microaggressions and the negative scripts about blackness, or the outright racist jokes that people think are funny, you can.
Yeah, so yeah, from my experience within the anime community and online, like people see like these edgy jokes and they think they're funny. Like with the back then, I believe this is like back in like 2017, Eidos was very popular for saying things like combining the N word and the F word together. I don't think I can say those words on YouTube. Like people like saying like the N word with the hard R along with the F word and thinking it's funny because it's edgy. Oh, this is something like a lot of people would get canceled for, but you know, because people are afraid to say it, it's funny. You know, a lot of people get into that little, what do you call it? Like, you have people like iDubbbz and Long Beach Griffey come in and say some crazy shit. People are, oh my god, he's so like, you can't cancel him. Like, he's going against the norm, you know, for saying all these things, and people think it's cool, but it's not cool. Especially when with the iDubbbz situation. I feel like the iDubbbz situation is like a little bit different from Long Beach Griffey, but for iDubbbz to be saying all that shit, you know, it was a time for sure.
You can only like fight that shit so long before you have to think of another strategy. Right. Especially if you're gonna be like ousted or ostracized from community. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand, like if you I use the I talk about this in one of the videos about Carlton from Bel Air, the new version.
Yeah.
How like all his white friends are using the N-word, and the Will character got mad about it, yada yada. But I was like, you gotta see this from Carlton's perspective. He's been there the whole time.
Right.
And he may have fought the first dude to call him a nigga in, you know, 6th grade, but now he's a junior in high school. Like, how long is he going? Like, how much longer is he gonna fight motherfuckers? Yeah, because when you're surrounded by people who think that's okay, you just kind of like go along with it, you know. Like, how long are you gonna try to fight against it? And you're just gonna be like, this is fucking useless. And you want to fit in, you want to feel cool with these guys because you don't feel like you feel cool and accepted with your own people. So, you know, they just kind of go along with it. With pick me young ladies, you know, I'm not gonna get too much into that because I don't want to get out of my range, but you know how it is, where it's like, I'm not like other girls, I'm one of the guys, etc. Yeah, it's exactly like that. You get used to negativity about who you intrinsically are, so you normalize or buy into it so that you feel that you have some type of agency or power over it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, 100%.
But then when a nigga calls you out,
right.
Like, have that.
Yeah. Some people. So I will hear people say like, "Oh, I don't really care that they say the N word because that is just a word. It doesn't have any power over me." And you guys can feel however you feel about that, but you know that word is it has weight to it. You know, I've met people where it has affected them for a majority of their lives, and it holds some like I feel like history is very important, you know, so the word has significance to me, and I feel like, you know, I don't think that white people should go around saying that word. Even for me, I don't feel comfortable saying that word all the time. You know,
how are you fine with talking and behaving like this, constantly taking pot shots at your own identity or constantly trying to play up for the approval of these people who have been doing nothing but ridiculing you for your whole life.
Yeah, honestly, people feel like self-ridiculing themselves is a way to feel empowered, and I used to think that before, and now, being a little older and more wiser, and knowing a lot more about my people, my history, and just coming more to terms with my identity and how I feel about that. I don't really agree with I don't really agree with like ridiculing yourself to feel empowered. I feel like that's just no, like that's very corny. Like if you want to feel empowered, empower yourself. Say, like, you know, boost yourself up, gas yourself up, make yourself actually feel empowered. I don't feel like people should feel empowered by belittling themselves.
It would be like, to bring it full circle for any, you know, anime fans that will see this. Imagine being a real anime fan and then getting around normies and being like, yeah, anime's weird and it sucks, but I'm okay. I'm one of the good anime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's like, it's you. They understand the concept of like identity, solidarity, and class solidarity, whatever. They understand the concept. They just don't want you to have it when they're doing some bullshit.
Okay, I think that's all I've got for that video. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit in terms of like identity and coming to terms with that, and like just how black nerds deal with their identity and what they are. I feel like Western society, American society they're a bit weird when it comes to identity and empowerment. But for specifically black nerds, too many of us feel like belittling ourselves is like a form of empowerment, like making jokes about black people, racist jokes about black people is funny and edgy. Like that, no, it's bad, it's corny. It's bad and corny. Don't do that. And honestly, man, I get it. Like I get where they're coming from, because I used to do that. I used to hate black people, including I had self-hatred for myself as well, because I didn't fit in with the black people that I grew around with. So that feeling of being out of the norm, you know, being alone, turned into resentment. And what resentment can form into is hatred. And I started to hate those people for putting me out of that box, making me feel like I didn't belong. And I sort of, like, every black person I met outside of school, outside of the people I actually knew, you know, I hated people like them. I hated people like Soulja Boy, Chief Keef, fucking Lil Wayne, because they gave people I hate fuel, you know, and I hated all those people. But as I came to grow older and more wiser, you know, I began to accept, like, these are my people. They're people, you know. And I feel like people feel like they can't being a nerd is throwing away what makes you black. You can be black and a nerd at the same time. So it's a pretty touchy topic. Let me know what you guys think about this, and shout out to Veritas Joe. Hopefully I said that right. And Signify B-Sides, FD Signifier. Give those guys go and subscribe to those guys. Follow them on social media. I'll see you all later. Hopefully I don't get flamed in the comments.